Mm. Whew. Listen,
Yo, alright, man. So I had this marked out before I switched scenes or my screen over. What I had was we're just pulling back. We had this little pullback. Then we broke out of it. Here we flipped. So we got a wick above this high. Really this high. I put this low in. You can use either or really, but this high. You got a wick above it. Left in imbalance. You could have used that as an entry to continue for the breakout, but I waited for the actual breakup structure or the retracement back into the zone responsible for the break, and they delivered to the high. And you're likely want to see higher prices, especially on the daily. It did what I thought, like pretty much said yesterday on train. Um, so when I called, let me see if it's still over there. Nah, it's gone. Hold on, get it back. Honestly, that shouldn't have been deleted. This it. Alright, so I know for sure it's there now, but so this could have been if you had this entry all the way down here from the low of yesterday, you would have hit because it delivered today to the high yesterday. It took out quit the buy slick and both buy side liquidity pools from 7 to 10 a.m. So pre-market trading, then London high. So and it'll likely continue to go higher throughout the day. So and I do want to make this clear. Uh, so on a daily, it was somewhere it was above here. The actual entry, it was somewhere up here, but the levels I had marked for it to be running to, um, I called that before I even got there, before it really even started going its way. But so all right, yeah, let me go back to the daily, and now I can delete all this. So on the daily, I don't know why I just don't do remove all drawings, then put it back on after I'm finished speaking. But on a daily, we was somewhere around here. Why is he doing somewhere around here in this area? When I called it, I said price will likely either respect this 50% of this wick that just came down wick below. tapped right in. Then you see the move that it gave. It took out the high from yesterday, and it should be trading up to this. Actually, I'm believing it's going up to this side to take it out. So this is the real high. Oh, so that's the high. This is the low that's centered up. Boom, 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 boom. And this is the current low that we just formed. Expecting that's how they be tested. So you can draw like the last up candle with that high end to kind of like gauge where you're at, where price goes within here on the lower time frame. And what was the zone? Broke it. This was it. So price came up, took out the high, came down, took out the low that put in the high, this low, wicked it, now it's pushing up again. So me, I would have won my trade. I do one at once, but yeah, and it's also 2 minutes past 9:30, so we're getting volatility into the market, so just quicker movement, really. It could reject off of this and come up again. And like you have to be on the hour time frame to see to the left. Actually, an easy rule of thumb that you can use for something a high that can likely be taken. So this is the last high. Work on that hourly. This is the low. So we got this move down. So any high above 50% is likely to be traded to. We traded to this high already. And we're getting a rejection off it at the moment. So that could give us a pullback back into here before we come up higher, take out this high or possibly these highs up here. So something from a higher time frame. But we just flipped. So again, low, balance left. So this could be a small retracement. I'm not favoring sales, but something. I was just drawing from the high time frame. Fresh. And you see, there was some equal highs sitting right. It formed equal highs sitting here. Came up, well, wicked the low, came up, took it out, closed above the equal highs, so it swept the liquidity sitting right there. Then gave the real move bearish. And there's also where this zone is at, equal low sitting right there. So it manipulated the lows, then manipulated the highs to come lower. But like I said, let me prove that 101 would have hit. So there's imbalancing within that zone as well. This was a 1, 2, 1.5, so easy that would have hit too if you aim for the high. But 101 hit most of the time, more likely. And it's not right now. It's not giving no real pullback. So let me. So it's doing 5. Hey, what Trump say? What he do? I'm half joking because he could easily have said something, but I'm probably missing out on like there's probably news that happened or some shit. I don't think look at it. And I'm gonna pull up his file. So 8:30 we had news, but that's it. So they ain't doing nothing. And tomorrow we got PMI. Cool bean. Oh, it seemed like every week we get PMI or stuff like that. Is that like? I thought it was like once a week type deal. Monday, Tuesday, 10 a.m. We got consumer conference. Fuck, whatever. Wednesday we got a lot. So expect big movements on Wednesday, next Wednesday. But let's people with Trump. I don't think he's been saying anything like that. I haven't because he hasn't been on my timeline like that. Donald. He ain't say nothing. He got a burner account or something. But this is normal. Big move. I'm missing something that I'm not looking at, but we did take out a daily not daily. We did just sweep a high here. Secondary that for a higher move, but this is a strong move down, so we have a zone. 101 delivered off of that. You gotta have big balls trying to take that, especially with these big ass candles coming down to that zone. If you're a turtle suit trader, you could you'd be happy you use crap right now. I can't even say that word with a trade facing anymore, but this is a move up, 50 below. This is a low y'all would have been aiming at down here. These lows. But a lot of times when it's like a trendy one, the low would be easily ran. You can target a low sitting right underneath that. It's just been for real, just taking out lows. See. So the low here, have the low sitting right there. So and these are equal lows sitting right here that gave that rejection up for that 101. So if you would have seen that, that could have been your confluence for taking that buy as well. And if you don't know how I deemed what high and low to use, look at my stream from yesterday. I went over slowly and repeated it many times on how to look at a high or find a correct high on a 1 minute chart or lower time frame chart. Well, not even just on the chart period. Because I'm pretty sure that same logic will go for a higher time frame chart like the hourly, 4 hour. So, yeah. High here. Want another high here. Lows. Yep. Want a low here. And if you notice what I'm talking about or you watched it, um, I'm looking at wicks. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm looking at the wicks, 3 wicks. This 15-minute candle about to close. You can also swap this triple top or this high here. So this is likely just to be a pullback into here. Well, I'm bullish on the day still, but how did that affect the daily candle? That's what I need to see. That's crazy. Could this be giving us a better price for the rest of the day to come up? When price gets back up here, you want to see what it's doing at this high. Or if price chooses to get up there. This very well. So I'm just glad market very well be a little pullback. There you get it. So it won't hurt. It won't hurt to market. Just to see if it happens to break it. So you could have that's gonna be practicing an eye for that. I'm not gonna talk about it, but this could have like helped you see it. Toilet suit. I mean turtle suit. And that's why I laugh when I hear turtle suit. But actually fuck I'll talk about it. Um so this trend line bit whatever. This trend line was broken on this down candle. Well, this move down, you can really say that. And you have a high sitting right up here, equal highs as a matter of fact. But those equal highs. The logic that we have already taken out a high from a high time frame. Oh, I got something in my freaking eye. But the logic that we took out a high from the left on a higher time frame indicates that usually when the high is taken, we get a pullback. So this low being closed below, that put in this high, and also this low, that put in the first high of the equal highs was wick through on this move back down. So when we came back up and closed, you could have been waiting to see if we was going to break this low. You could have had a sell stop sitting down here. Your stop loss would have been up there, but Turtle Suit tells you after this candle closes, you're supposed to sell. But yeah, I believe that would be like a higher understanding. But and there actually was no really real buy except for he's trying to take an order block. Not even an order block. Because there's no flip really within here. Didn't leave no imbalance as it went up, so it didn't displace. So yeah, could have been. But that term that was the entry for the sell turtle suit. That's ICT, but so yeah, I'm paying attention to this little imbalance down here. You know what you're seeing that this candle is gonna leave an imbalance as well. Getting very close to it, but it didn't tap you into it. tap into the open that candle. Yep. This will likely fail now. That's what it seems like. But if this candle comes back up above this candle, closes, likely this is just a wick. It's just wicking into this from a high time frame. You'll want the low to be broken. I do not care. It's my page. Yo, people on Twitter is funny, bruh. That picture of Ice Spice, they was like, "Mom's the girl from Fortnite," bruh. That's funny. It's also 10 o'clock as well, so be aware of a flip, a possible flip. Especially since we're in the zone. But if it does flip, you want to see it to close bullish with displacement. So I'm gonna draw these without wicks because it's still gonna be this pretty much the same thing. So this is 1, 2. Should I do it over here? So 1. So 1, 2. So you'll want a space. You don't want this candle to come down and completely close this gap. Like you see how there's a gap left between here. You don't want a wick from this third candle, the highest candle that breaks structure. You don't want it to come down and eat that space up. You want to leave a gap. Like it can come down wick, leave a little wick within it, but you'll end up just adapting your bots to that. But you don't want it to completely eat it up. Tapped into here. I did not be clicking some of this stuff unless I just be not really paying attention. Boom, 1 to 1. 1 to 1 hit. Ah! Ah! But what can it get to? That's my next question. Because it looks like we may fail to get to this low. This is a low that we really got to take to continue. If we don't take it out, we can see some kind of flip coming back up within here. And now you're watching how this candle is forming. This candle, this next candle. Is it going to leave a low to come back up? Or is it just going to continue to break structure? That's what you're paying attention to. Seems like it's breaking structure. And it should be like a 7-second delay. 7 to 8 seconds. Versus that 30-second delay I had. And I figured out why. I forgot I turned that to my settings just to make sure people wasn't trying to mimic what I was doing. And I was still in the learning phase. I'm still in the learning phase technically, but I kind of put control on what I'm aiming for. So it keeps my confidence where I need it to be to continue. But yeah, I'm gonna see where it's at. It's roughly around that time of delay. But it'll likely just keep playing back and forth. I don't know why it changes, but it's not even that deep. I shouldn't be taking trades off of my logic anyway. So yeah, I'm not losing no frames. I'm not. Everything's straight. Everything's good. So hey, it's whatever. And it did not give us a clean low, so I'm expecting this to come down again. And this could have been a continuation if you had this zone marked out. Tapped in. I don't like taking continuations though. That's just my. That is just me. And since this didn't give us the flip, this high here can offer a flip. This weak high I put in a low, it can get a push up through the high. But bruh, hold on, bro. I gotta show you that thing. That junk is rent free. Alright, so that's why I say TA. Alright. Does he have it? I know it was that's accurate. Oh, it's this one. Above line, below line. Above line equals good, below line equals bad. That's I believe that's people doing support and resistance. that there's a lot of people within this percentage, this this big percentage. Like you see, there's levels to it. Like the more people that so yeah, 34 plus 34 is what 68. So that's like the most where the most people will in like be in at the moment. In about I would say a year or two ago, I was in that realm. So but it was Fibber I got Civi, Busy, Toilet Soup, Planet Alignment, and Blood Ritual. So that's people pretty much trying to say, or they're calling ICT stuff a cult, but it's not. You just gotta actually learn what how the chart moves. And you'll realize that he is saying what he needs to say. It's just the how people interpret it, or that's where all I can say. He knows what he's talking about. But there you got the true line pulled back good, and this was lately. This is what he's been showing. That's what Stoic been showing. So that joke is hilarious. But and also within this, you have people seeing a lot of different entries, and for me, it was hard for me to just pick one. Like even though I wanted to stick with one, which was like Silver Bullet, in the 2022 model, and it was hard not to see his other models since I taught my eye how to see him, even though I didn't need to. I taught my eye how to see him. And I was like getting confused. I was getting what's the word? I was seeing that and I was getting analysis paralysis. So it was a whole bunch of stuff just going on within my brain, within the brain. But we are getting a little displacement now. It's leaving a gap. Uh, it still didn't offer clean low. Boom, boom, boom. Unless you use like a low. This is a low put in. You have two lows higher than it. Unless you look at it like that. Um, all right, so I most likely would have to look at it like that. But displacement, this gap, and this is what I meant. You don't want to see this candle come up and eat into that. And this is where you want to see the market come back in to tap you in, come higher. Um, if it doesn't pull back all the way down to here, it'll likely just run up to this high because this is really the next high that was left. And that if you traded this zone, you would have been stopped out. Hence why I don't trade continuations because I usually on the bad side when taking continuation. I'll see it, tap into it, the zone, continue, then tap into a zone, continue, tap into a zone, continue. And I finally decide to take one, then it does that. On the 5 minute, I just drew that. 3 minute one formed as well. This could be where it's trading to. It also came down, took out that low. Came back in. Flipped. This stuff over here be offering some news too. It's Thursday, ain't it? Bro, I thought that was Elon Musk for a second. I was about to say, bro. This man going around shutting down businesses, bro. That SEC is used as the best form for investment time you. The time who you, not time who you. Yes, we know Dragon Ball Z is at the top. I was playing. Tapped into an imbalance. So if you was to take that, your stop loss still would have been in the same place down here. If you were waiting to take this lower one, your stop loss still would be down here. Still would be down here. So it depends which one you want to take. So 1, 2, stop loss would be down here, but type shit. I really do gotta go back and test because there was a rule saying days like put that PPI, CPI, and FOMC type days. You can put your stop loss below the second one, but I'm gonna go back and look at that days like that. I just haven't because it's a lot of click. Hold on. it's a lot of back and forth clicking. Like if I'm using, since I'll be using this, and I'll be back testing. So I have to go to a day, then I'll still have to keep clicking back and forth to see what on the days that it does have PMI, CPI, FOMC, like big red folder type days. Like not, I really don't care about days like that, consumer stuff. But those days would it on days like that with the red folders, would it still respect it or would it not? And that's a lot of back testing you'll have to do. I'm just saying. But beginner wise, your stop loss would be down here. And I don't know who. Well, I have heard ICT say that, but I still always been wrong trying to put my stop loss below the second candle. Keyword I've, not him. I've. And I said, clarify, when I say I'm psychic, or and I said this nigga psychic, I'm not talking about trading. I was not in that tweet. I'm not talking about trading at all. They know who I'm talking to when I said that. Actually, let me so people be traveling their over that tweet. So failed. It failed. You didn't. Never mind. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say if. But since we are looking like we're going to continue lower, we got this break here. Was the last low and high put in? So we had a high put in here, low put in. I felt to go higher, move lower. Also, y'all know the equal high stuff I was talking about? You know, I would say there's a likely when there's like equal highs, likely to the left somewhere, likely to the left somewhere. There's an imbalance or a high that can likely be traded to before we get a move back down. That logic was ICT. That's the logic I learned that from, or where I actually noticed it from. It wasn't from myself. It was just from me seeing, watching ICT's videos, and I was learning and seeing it so much, him talking about it. So yeah, that that he draws your attention to that in the 2022 playlist of his, by the way. So if you're ever trying to learn or take my advice or anything, I always say learn from the masters first before you go to one of his underlings, because usually the underlings they finally figured it, like they actually figured it out themselves, but then they put it into their own terms that so they can understand it better for themselves, or they put it in their own terms so they can be able to I guess translate it better to other people. But sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it does, because sometimes people be capping. Um, but yeah, this is the last zone responsible up here. I delivered that 50% tap. Delivered. Also focused on these imbalances and wasn't looking at how the market was actually delivering. Put this high end, put a low end, about to go higher, and went lower. So got a little, that little trend line going. So if you would have took the tap that after you've seen this fail and this candle just push down like that, you'd be hey happy. Yeah, you actually most likely would have been taken out on this trade 1-to-1. So we got a flip here. 1, 2. Expecting 3 to be formed. I'm counting swings. So 1, 2. Expecting 3 to be formed here to come back up and continue lower. Or it could be aiming for sell slick. I don't remember what this is from. Yeah, I don't remember what that was from. But I'm drawing this one from this low to this high. Ooh. What's the name? ICT just called out something on NQ. Um, it's gonna be delayed, obviously, but it's the NQ something. I can't remember. Fuck it. So I immediately forgot. I believe it was this low. It said 55. Okay, so there's equalosa in there, but that put so this is a low. These are a low. This low here is a low. ICT has its attention drawn to somewhere within here. One of these candles lows. Um, uh, makes sense. Makes sense. And I believe I had the low, overall low aim for. Even though, yeah, the level is going to be different from like an indices chart to from a future chart, but price movements are the price is the same, um, just not the price numbers. Um, Let me clarify that price action is the same. The price is, because different brokers have different like um, numbers. Some have two numbers after a decimal point. Some have one. Some may not have none. But yeah. So this is where he was looking at. Price got to it, and I think I had this from the daily. Um, boom, to the high end. Let's see. Now that I'm looking at it on 1 minute, I would have drawn it like that. From the 1 minute, came back above it, came back down. Well, we broke it, consolidated, or yeah, pretty much really range kind of. It dropped again, better go lower, came back up, take out the highs. I'm gonna change his color to see what it looks like on the daily. See if I was missing something. What's your favorite color, ICT? Why did I do that? I don't know why I switched pairs. Like pairs now, shit like that. Okay, okay. I was roughly 50. I was roughly 50% of that candle was on. Um, Slightly. That's a low right near it. This low and this low. Low's right below 50%. What the? Okay, this is a further day. This is 2 days ago. So we'll likely not reach this. But we could. But we had to take out yesterday's low first, retrace back up, then continue lower and let if that's what it wants to do. About 20 minutes left on this stream. I'm just letting you know that now. Eat booty. I just realized my knuckle don't hurt no more. This will likely be like a second time frame, something within here. Alright. So likely I wouldn't even try to trade unless it actually trades up into this and come back down. I really don't need it to come back all the way down. I just needed to deliver 101. But choose his two. Chooses to get up there. That's weird. That's an idea. Between 130 and 4, right? Previous day lick. Don't worry. Hey. Uh, why did it take me so long to get to that? 134, then 12 to between 12 and 130. It's a low between that. Oh, no, this is low, so fuck that. Time. 10 to 11. This is the low. So yeah, all right, yeah. I'll put this here. Fuck the day before. And to clarify, when I transparency, I'll go back to my little video real quick. So what time was this? It's in between 10 and 11, but the way. Um, so that 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 that. Why is it? So when I open up new tabs, it starts tripping a little bit. assessments. Alright, so that's where. So maybe tap into an imbalance somewhere up in here. Or you can just sweep a high, come back down. Tings, 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 tings. But if we narrow it down, this was the high put in, this is the low put in. Lows. Tiny, 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 tiny. No tip. Tiny imbalance right here. I wonder if they do that on purpose. But stop loss below the candle that first forms it or begins it. 1-to-1 would have been hit. But let's look to the left. So this was the high that was put in. So you could target this high that has not been taken out for partials and target this fractal. Then this area here. Or after these two, you could target just the overall high sitting up here. Is this the kind of entry Michael was talking about? Like this is most likely the low of the day or of the week, I could say. I don't know. I can't think into the future like that, but where is so what time is it? 10:45. So 7 and 10 would be the previous session I'll be focused on. So we got 5 side of sitting over here, and 7 and 10, 2 to 5. This would be London. Sitting right above that. Then 7 to 9 p.m. Asia. So those are out of swept. So yeah, those are the real like previous session levels that could be ran to. Let's just see. All right, so price didn't take out the high yet. Well, it took out the first two levels that you could have used, but it still didn't run me just yet. It took out these two levels. It was somewhere up here, around this area right here. So they didn't take out. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong fucking day. Idiot. Wait, no, it wasn't. So it took out these two. And I was calling out. It didn't get up to here yet. Straight up there, pulled back, then took it out. Traced a little bit more, consolidated as well. Then it took it out. Or traded up to it. Didn't quite take it out yet. Then later on today, it took it out. But we are waiting to see if it gets to here and deliver 1-to-1. 1-to-1. He quick with it. Uh, okay. See, so I'm not wrong. He has a different interpretation of the market, and by just as long as you know how to trade or know what you're looking at, you will enter the market correctly and where you need to, in the direction you need to. Most people, a lot of people in that 68% they're stuck on not really mastering market structure just yet and candlestick structure just yet. So that's the that's where they're at because that's where I was at. So I'm not saying I'm a master at it, but I'm more consistent than an average person with it. I don't like these big candles trade up into that, so just be wary of that. Um, but yeah, I don't like those big candles trading up to that into the zone. It can still deliver, but I just don't like those candles trade up into it. Just chill. You went to regular trading hours as well. Stopped out. I don't like big candles trading to the zone like that. Consecutive big candles. So yeah. Mm, That move is making more sense to come up, but it's 11. Didn't deliver back to it. Deliver back to it. It's just pushing up back to here. But yeah, with that being said, I'm at end stream. Thank you for watching. Stay true, stay loving, and